New 2026 Bentley Bentayga SUV review. ShortsCars. This story about sharing. Elite performance is a game of fine margins. On the pitch, a split second creates an opening. On the track, a split second can transform a lap. Success is built on the accumulation of small gains, earned through precision, consistency and confidence. At Dunsfold, Cody Gakpo traded instinct on the football pitch for instinct behind the wheel. Guided by Bentley's performance driving experts and harnessing the performance of the Bentayga speed, every lap became a lesson in precision, confidence and control. The stopwatch reflected that progress. But the numbers only told part of the story. The real reward came from finding a rhythm. Building confidence. And discovering the satisfaction that comes when driver and machine begin to work as one. With every lap, another lesson emerged. With every lap, the pace increased. Because elite performance is never defined by a single moment. It's the result of countless refinements, each one bringing you closer to what's possible. The real reward came from finding a rhythm and strengthening the connection between driver and machine. Because elite performance is shaped by the pursuit of improvement. The Bentley Bentayga for 2026 introduces a high-performance speed variant featuring a twin-turbo V8. That replaces the discontinued W12 engine, alongside standard V8 and plug-in hybrid options. Pricing starts at approximately $325,100 Canadian dollars. $310,000 to $342,000 USD base range. And reaches upwards of $547,026 Canadian dollars for heavily optioned speed builds. Engine and performance: Bentayga Speed V8. 4.0-litre twin-turbo V8 producing 641 horsepower, 650 PS, and 627 pound-feet, 850 Newton-meters of torque. Acceleration: 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds with a top speed of 193 miles per hour. 310 kilometers per hour. Standard and hybrid trims. Base SV8 models make 542 horsepower, while the hybrid pairs a 3.0-litre V6 with an electric motor for 456 horsepower and 25 miles of EV range. Drivetrain: all-wheel drive, AWD, and an 8-speed automatic transmission are standard across the lineup. Key features and updates: handling: standard all-wheel steering and a revised sport mode that stiffens suspension damping by 15%. Design: dark tinted head and tail lights, exclusive speed badging, precision diamond quilted interior stitching, and 22-inch or optional 23-inch wheels. Options: available carbon ceramic brakes and a titanium Akrapovic exhaust system. If you'd like to proceed, please let me know. Are you looking into the plug-in hybrid, the standard V8, or the speed? Would you like details on specific Mulliner customization options or financing, leasing availability? We're putting this all-new, luxurious SUV to the test to see if it can still hold its own against the flashiest rivals on the planet, such as the Lamborghini Urus, Ferrari Purosangue, or the ultra-opulent Rolls-Royce Cullinan. While the Urus is a track-focused weapon and the Cullinan is a literal palace on wheels, the Bentayga Speed tries to occupy the sweet spot in the middle. But does it offer enough for you to choose it over its rivals? Let's take a closer look. At first glance, you might think not much has changed because it shares the same iconic body, grille, and bonnet as the previous model. However, the speed hallmarks appear upon closer inspection. To differentiate it from the standard V8, Bentley has swapped out the traditional chrome for a sleek, blacked-out trim across the exterior. This model also marks the first time you can spec massive 23 inches alloy wheels that fill the arches perfectly. Our test car even features the optional carbon fiber side skirts, a chunky roof spoiler, and a vocal Akrapovic exhaust system. Bentley continues to set the bar for cabin quality. And every single element you touch feels expensive. We couldn't even find any wonky stitching. The cabin is a masterclass in textures, blending high-end leather and Alcantara with stunning wood trim. While the digital dials look great and modern, Bentley has wisely kept physical dials for the climate control, making it far easier to use on the move than its touchscreen-only rivals. The infotainment system is also intuitive enough to ensure the tech never gets in the way of the luxury. The biggest news for the new Bentayga Speed is under the bonnet, where the legendary 6-litre W12 has been replaced by a downsized 4-litre V8. Interestingly, Bentley has avoided adding any hybrid power here, keeping it as a pure internal combustion engine producing 650 horsepower and 850 Newton-meters of torque. Even though it has lost 4 cylinders, it has not lost its punch. It is now lighter over the front end, making it feel more agile than ever, while the Akrapovic exhaust ensures it sounds just as mean as the old 12-cylinder. All of this luxury comes with a high price tag. While the standard Bentayga starts at £172,600. The Speed model featured in this video comes in at a cool £290,295 thanks to a staggering £70,000 worth of options. But is it the smart choice over its close rivals? Stick around and see for yourself.